And this is Leith walk. This is kind of my route. I used to commute from my flat to my studio. While I'm coming to my studio, I see all these shops and bumped into many different people with different cultural background. And I sort of feel much home here in Leith walk. I found this is kind of good place to start with because it's got a Chinese supermarket and then also there is a Spanish tapas bar and then also there is a kind of, there are many different restaurants and shops which you cannot really tell if it is authentic Spanish or authentic Chinese or authentic Portuguese or authentic Greeks. For example, like fish and chips. If it is British cuisine or if it is something kind of made up or sort of invented sort of a tradition or invented culture. This piece is I called Korean glass. The patterns on the surface is Latin American gangsters in America. They have symbols on their tattoo to show people what gangster they are affiliated with, and also some symbolic kind of a teardrop tattoo means you killed somebody. I used this gangster's tattoo because many of the gang America are from South America and they really didn't fit into the society. So kind of they lived in margin of the society and this kind of caused lots of trouble. I really thought about that. The in-between situation where many immigrant or migrant could ended up being. So that's why I used their tattoos within my design and then made them look. No, actually, it doesn't really look Korean at all, but by saying this is Korean glass, I made people to look at my work as Korean glass.
Well, I guess it is because you are Korean and you've made it.
Yes, it is, yes, but it's still kind of questionable. It is, yes. So I kind of try to be like Scottish or try to live like Scottish, and I don't know whether if I can say that it is my way of culturalization, but I try to embrace that sort of Scottish way of life, and probably that's why and that's how I decided to stay in Edinburgh for such a long time.
Are they hollow?
Yeah, they are. They are lidded jars. Of course, you can lift and open. I should say that this is not finished.
So what do you need to do to finish them?
if you see, you look closely on the surface, it's got many bubbles and many holes on the surface. They will be filled with a gold leaf, so I will inlay gold leaf into that small holes. And I deliberately made those holes or bubble on the surface, and in order to make that finish imperfect.
So you've described, so you've got these, if you like, very traditional craft processes, analog processes, and then for this latest body of work, and these pieces are in progress, they're not finished yet, you have more work to do on them, you've employed digital processes.
But that digital process is very minor and small, so I wouldn't really I wouldn't really want to kind of celebrate that part.
Okay.
And so because it takes only a couple of days to 3D print, but from there to the finish part, to finish this piece takes about a month or more. So once I have that 3D printed object, then I make a silicone mold out of that 3D printed object, and then with that silicone mold I can make the wax version of this shape, and then with that wax I build a refractory mold and then steam out that wax inside of the mold. Here the steam goes into this mold, and then and so the steam melts the wax, and the wax drops down, and then in the end you can get this cream cavity in this mold. And then once I have that glass casted, then I use different types of abrasive tools to make the surface nice and fine. The reason why I choose to use this craft material and craft making process is kind of, again, to challenge that preconception of Asian people, maybe, because we do have this stereotypical view on Asian people, like they should be good at math and they should be good at craft, and they do have really fine hands.
And the porcelain edition?
So yeah, I only use this British brand porcelain, and the British manufactured porcelains, and buy from charity shops or second-hand porcelains or teapots from eBay, and I cut them off. So on the base, you can still see the hallmark of the porcelain. So I started looking at this interesting journey of glass from west to east. And then also I realized that porcelain also traveled from east to west through this Silk Road. And I found this history so fascinating. I titled this work as Arabic Glass, but apart from this halal, there is no kind of Arabic, authentic or genuine Arabic element within this, because I used British manufactured porcelain, and then also these patterns are kind of, I modified and borrowed this pattern design from bits from everywhere. Because of course, for some people, for religious reason and cultural reason, halal is very important to follow and to celebrate and to appreciate. But KFC is KFC on Meadowbank Shopping Center is really good example, because KFC they kind of found really good business model from this halal. So I'm sure that the business owner definitely would have understood what halal means, but still they just take advantage of, or because when I made this object, this artwork, I saw many refugees from Arabic countries, and every day I saw how many people died when they crossed these Mediterranean seas, and then I think from those images I could see myself, projected myself from those images and those stories. So I think that's why I used this. I made this work.
Are people offended by your work ever? So somebody, a Mexican gangster, for example, encounters your work and is suddenly like, that's from my culture and what's it doing here? Does it ever provoke a negative reaction?
Luckily not yet. Luckily not yet. And then also I heard that these Latin American gangsters are quite aggressive when they when they see these sort of symbols, and kind of these symbols are a territorial mark in the street in America. So so yes, luckily they didn't really see my work yet. So
it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
You're very brave.
As a foreign person living in foreign country, you quite often I quite often have experienced that I'm the only Asian person in a shop or in a restaurant, and which makes me really stands out, and people kind of staring at me, and I can really feel that I am different from everybody. But here in Leith, I don't really have that feeling much, because there are so many foreigners and in different skin colors and different language, speaking different languages, and also with different cultural background. So Leith is kind of a place which gives me some sort of a homely feeling. So I think when I made that Korean glass piece, I was very angry at me, and that anger was expressed on that body of work. I was very nervous and to show my work back in my home country, and I wasn't really sure how my work can be received by Korean audience. Within my work, I use invented Korean letters, and it's technically not invented Korean letters, but I use Korean alphabet, but combine the alphabet in a wrong way. Some people thought some foreigner just found this Korean alphabet from internet or somewhere somewhere random place. So by using that invented Korean letters, I think I was shouting out that this is how I feel. Before I came to Edinburgh, or before I live in foreign country, I never really questioned about who I am, and or whether or what kind of Koreanness is, or what kind of. I never thought about that identity issues. I'm not really sure if the identity really means something to me. Or, yeah, I think it doesn't really matter, because I am who I am, and yeah, no matter what passport I hold.